Today we are going to be strengthening the glutes using a mini resistance band. I have one here, it's quite a heavy band, but use whatever you have at home and you don't really even need one, you'll still get a good and effective workout. So we're going to start by putting the band over our thighs, just above our knees. And then when you have it secure there, I want you to come down onto your side and then you're going to roll onto your back. So we're going to get started just by waking up the glutes and mobilizing the spine. I want you to feel where your pelvis sits naturally. You should have a little bit of an arch in your lower back. That is a neutral spine. So I want you to feel that your hip bones are on the same plane as your pubic bone. That's your neutral. Now what we're going to do, I want you to inhale and I want you to arch your back. So there's an even bigger gap between your lower back and the mat. Bring your heels in, exhale. You're going to press your lower back into the mat and you're going to roll up vertebra by vertebra till you get into your bridge position. Inhale, sink the chest down, rolling down all the way until you get to an arch back again. So exhale, press it in, rolling through imprint, pressing up, rolling through the spine, vertebra by vertebra. Really focus on that flexion of the spine. Inhale, lower it back down, vertebra by vertebra, and come back into your arch. Exhale, press that lower back into the mat, rolling out. I want you to roll up slowly. Feel each vertebra as you roll up. And then you're going to sink the chest down and then roll down, coming into a neutral spine. So we're not going into arch now. So make sure that you're pressing through your heels. We're going to lift up into a bridge with a flat back. So we're not rolling through the spine. We're just lifting up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift up, pressing through the heels. I want you to make sure that there's a slight tuck under of the pelvis. So you're not lifting up too far, arching the back and flaring the ribs. Slide the ribs down towards the hips. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Squeezing the glutes. Feeling the tension on the band. Let's go for another 5, 4. Follow your breath. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Last 2. Last 1. Lower it down. Take your feet now about mat distance apart. So we're coming into a wide bridge. And you can externally rotate your feet. And then you're going to exhale, lift up into a bridge. Keep that tension on the band. Remember the tuck under of the pelvis. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. So we're getting into the side booty. Waking up the glutes for today's class. And trust me, you're going to feel a nice burn in today's class. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Let's go for another 4. Last 3. Remember to keep that core connection. 2. Last 1. Hold it up here. Little pulses out with that band. So keep the glutes up even as you open the legs out. If you need to touch your hips to feel that they are on the same plane, you can do that. But just pulse out, little exhales as you pulse out. Really put that tension on the band. Feel the glutes engage. Last 2. Last 1. Lower the hips back down. And then I want you to roll onto your side. Okay, so I'm on my right forearm, so maybe try and keep the same side as me. It will just make it easier. So come onto your right hand side, bend the bottom leg, extend the top leg. I want you to make sure that your alignment is good here. So you're not sinking down low, you're lifting up. So the ribs are coming away from the mat, pushing up out of that shoulder, out of that side waist. Core is connected. Pushing that top hip away. Make sure, just roll your hip so that your hips are stacked. Very good. You're going to lift that top leg, flex that foot. You're going to tap your toe, your big toe, in front of the mat. Exhale, lift it up, tap the heel. So we're coming into internal and external rotation of the femur at the hip. Exhale as you lift it up, inhale as you lower it back down. Getting into the glutes, you're going to feel a nice burn. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Very good. Now, on your next one, you're going to tap your heel, lift it up. Keep that external rotation in the femur. Point through that foot. Now, remember to keep that external rotation. Can you externally rotate that leg a bit more? Try and keep the hips stacked. Bend the leg. You'll find you'll get more external rotation if the leg is bent. Inhale, extend. Externally rotate that leg. Exhale, bend. So really focus on that external rotation, getting the knee towards the ceiling. Very good. Let's go for another 4. Push up out of that side waist, that core connects. Draw the ribs away from the floor. Last one, bend it in, extend it out. Bring that leg in line with the hip, and you're going to tap the knees together, lifting that foot to the ceiling. So remember to push up out of that side waist. Don't relax here. And then extend that leg. Exhale, bend and tap. Inhale as you extend. Now, we're working the glute med here, which is a pelvic stabilizer. It often gets overlooked, but you work that through internal rotation. And the glute min and the glute med work together to stabilize the pelvis, which is very important to strengthen. We always just think about the glute max, but we have 2 other glute muscles as well. Okay, last one. Whew. Feel the burn, hold it out, little pulses up. Little exhales as you pulse up. Woo, nearly there, nearly there. Last 3, 2, 1. Woo, bend it in, tap it out. Ah, glutes on fire. Whew, okay. You're going to come up into a 4-point kneeling position. We're going to continue working the left leg. So I want you to take the band and bring it underneath the right knee. Come into your 4-point kneeling position. You're going to extend the left leg out. And then we're going to lower down onto our right forearm. So the left leg extended. I want you to externally rotate that leg. And then you're going to lift that leg up. Hold it here for a second. Can you connect to that core even deeper? Can you extend that leg longer? So connect to that core, sliding the ribs down towards the hips. Try and lift that leg. And remember that core connection. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Core connects. Very good. Feel that glute connection. Feeling the resistance on that band. It makes it so much harder. It intensifies this exercise. And we're working the external rotators. So there are 6 deep external rotators of the hip. And we want to strengthen those as well. Okay, lifting that leg. You're going to bend that leg. You'll notice that your knee will not externally rotate as you bend it, but we're going to externally rotate that leg, lowering the foot to the midline of the body, and then lifting it back up. Exhale, externally rotate. Inhale, bring it back to center. So we are kind of just rotating that femur inside that hip joint, really working at strengthening those external rotators of the hip. Keep that leg up as high as you can while keeping your core connected. Last 2. On your next one, I want you to hold that leg in that external rotation. You're going to bend it to the side, feeling the core connect. Draw the core in. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, take it forward. The hips stay still. Exhale, take it back. Very good. Remember to keep that core connection. Spine is straight, neck in line with the spine. Let's go for another 4. Stay with me. Last 2. Last one. Press it back. Lower the knee back down to the mat. Press back to a quick shell stretch, stretching out the glute. Whew. I don't know about you, but I'm sweating. That was super tough. My glutes are sore. So you're going to come down onto your left-hand side. Now we're going to do that all over again. And you might find that it burns more on this side because we've just worked this side by working the other side. So come down onto your left forearm, bend the bottom leg, extend the top leg long. Remember to push up out of that shoulder, out of that sideways. So you're lifting up through the core. The core connects. Make sure the hips are stacked. So if you need to roll that hip forward, do that. Lift that top leg, flex the foot, tap toes, tap heel. So you're coming up and over like a rainbow, creating a beautiful rainbow shape here, coming into external and internal rotation of the femur of the hip. And then you exhale, lift, inhale, lower, stay with me. It's going to burn more. Last one here. Take it back, take it up, point that foot, externally rotate that foot and leg, bend it in, keep that external rotation, and lift it back out. Exhale as you bend it in, inhale, extend it back out, find length through that leg. Very good. Remember that external rotation. Work at it. Last 4, 3, 2, push up out of that sideways. 1, bend it in, tap knees together, foot towards the ceiling, internal rotation, extend it back out. Okay, stay with me. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift and extend that leg. Whew. It's burning, it's burning. Let's go for another 4. Just another 4 here. And then we get to finish it out with pulses. So getting into those hip stabilizers, the glute min. Last one, hold it out here. Little pulses up. Whew. Burn it out. Almost done. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it back down, tap out that hip. Okay, and come up into your 4-point kneeling position. Now, we're going to bring that band underneath the left knee. Okay, extend that right leg out and then lower down onto the left forearm. Okay, so find that core connection, lifting up that leg. Find that external rotation as well of that leg. So you're opening up the hip to the side. Slide the ribs down towards the hips and lift that leg higher. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Find length through that leg, getting into the glutes, the side booty as well as the glute max. Very good. Let's go for another 4. And then we'll come into our external rotation. Last 3, find length. Last 2. Last 1, hold it up. Bend that leg. Externally rotate that leg so that the foot comes down to the midline of the body. Lift it back up. Rotating that femur inside the hip. Very good. Stay with me. Okay, let's go for another 4. Last 3. 2, 1. Hold it there. Hold it in external rotation. Bring it forward. Exhale, push it back. Inhale, take it forward. Core is connected. You're not moving around here. You're just moving that femur inside that hip joint. Exhale, take it back. Last 4. Stay with me. Last 2. Last 1. Lower that knee back down. Press back to a shell stretch. Whew. Take a nice big deep breath. Okay. Lifting up. I want you to take the band around your thighs again, just above your knee. You can even get rid of the band for this part of the class if you want. If it annoys you or it's riding up or twisting, you can put it aside. I want you to come up into a kneeling position. And then you're going to take the right leg forward, making sure that your knee is over your ankle. Tuck the back toes underneath, behind you. And then we're going to come into a lunge series. So find that core connection. Inner thighs draw together as you lift up into a low lunge. So that knee is just hovering off the mat. Exhale, shift forward, straightening that back leg. So your body shifts forward, your chest comes forward, but your chest stays open and your back is straight. Inhale, come back into the low lunge. Exhale, shift forward. Stay with me. You're going to feel a nice burn. We're finishing class strong. Inhale. Exhale. Draw in that core so that you can keep your balance here. If you need to look at something on the floor in front of you, you can do that. It's going to get more balance and tense. Shift forward. I want you to shift forward even more, lifting that back foot off the mat. So find something that you can look at. Find length through that back leg. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, press it out. Find length through that leg. Feel the resistance on the band if you're using it. Inhale, take it forward. Exhale, press it back out. We're almost there. Stay with me. Find that balance. Keep that core connection, which is so important for balance. Inhale. Exhale, find length. Let's go for another 2. Last one. Take that foot back down. Take the knee back down. And then take the leg behind you. Okay. Whew. A little bit out of breath, but that's okay. Take the left foot in front. Whoops. Fix your band if you need to. I need to fix mine. Okay. Then take the left foot in front. Make sure that the knee and the ankle are stacked. Tuck the toes underneath. Connect to the core. Inner thighs connect and draw together as you lift up into your low lunge. Hold it here and then exhale, shift forward. Spine is straight, chest is open. Inhale, lower back down, hovering the knee off the mat. Exhale, shift forward. Inhale, lower back down. Stay with me. You're doing well. The last burn of the class. Well, we've got another few exercises after this, but it won't be so intense. Lunges are always intense. Okay. Last one. Shift forward. Now come even more forward. Lifting that back foot off the mat. Find something to look at in front of you that's stable. Inhale, bring that knee in. Exhale, take it out. Inhale, exhale. Really find length through that leg. Find that core connection. Find that balance. Really strengthening the glutes. Whoops. I lost my balance there, but that's okay. If you do, just carry on going. Last one. Extend it out. Lower that foot back down. Come back down into your low lunge. And tuck the knee. Woo. Take a breath. And then we're going to finish class with some squats. So when you're ready, come back up to standing in the middle of your mat. I'm going to stand this way so you can see. So my feet are about shoulder distance apart. Feet are slightly externally rotated. And then I'm going to lower down into my squat. So you'll notice here that I'm pushing out on my band. I'm keeping a straight spine. I'm opening up my chest. So I'm not hunching over. I'm keeping my chest open. Exhale, press back up. Inhale, lower. Keep the tension on the band. Exhale, press. Moving slowly here. feeling the last burn in the legs for today's class. Okay, let's go for another 4. And then we're going to add on last 3, 2. You're not overextending in the hips, so you're not pushing the hips forward. Last 1. Lower back down. Abduct those legs. Bring it back in. Lift back up. Getting into the last burn. Abduct. Lift back up. Whew, I can feel the burn, but that is good. That is what we are here for, and the band intensifies it. So if you're using your band, you'll definitely be feeling it much more. Okay, last 2. Last 1, hold it down. Little pulses out with the band, finishing it off strong. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift back up. Release the band. Okay, take it off. Come to the back of your mat. Then you're going to roll down vertebra by vertebra. And then I just want you to let your head hang here, feeling a nice stretch in your hamstrings. Just calming down the nervous system after today's class. Walk your hands out into a pike. Take the knees down. Whew. Bring the left knee in between the hands. Extending the back leg long, lifting up into a nice pigeon pose, stretching out the glute. If you want, you can lower down onto your forearms. Take the hip down, lift up and over, coming into lateral flexion with the spine. Releasing the back. Releasing the glutes. Release. Bring the right leg in, extend the left leg out. Come up and over. Take the hands down. Lift up into your pigeon pose on the right side now. Lift through the spine, and then you can fold down if that feels comfortable for you. Stretching out the glute, out the hip flexors. Just taking one last breath here. And then you can release that. And that's it for today's class, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this glute burnout with the band. If you have, please give this video a like. Comment down below, let me know how you did, and don't forget to subscribe as it really supports my channel. Other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.